Good day, everybody. This is a Florida Golden Girl. Today's travel adventure takes me to the town of Clermont in Central Florida. We were doing a drive, doing some filming for some upcoming vlogs, and I seen this interesting touristy thing which I thought appealed to me. So we are going to be looking at the White House Museum. So evidently it used to be a wax museum, but then it started gaining all types of notoriety for its full-scale replica of the White House. And so, as anything goes, we'll see how this one pans out. So I figured I'd give you a little bit of a view on what the outside looks like, and we'll make our way in. I did ask if you could film, and I was told yeah. But you know, sometimes things change. So this is, the official title is the President's Hall of Fame. And so that gives you a little bit of information. Now you could come in. So you could come in and then it costs you, but if you want to come back, it's free. So that's kind of interesting, but you know, kind of like once you come in here, you know, do you really want to come back? Not me. I think it's one of those things where one time it's enough. But this is what the outside looks like. It kind of looks like the White House. So we're gonna enter the President's Hall of Fame. So.
Thank you, darling.
So this is the gift shop. Gives you a little bit of an idea on what's here. I don't see anything worth purchasing. Now, we were post stationed up in the DC area for over 20 years. And we had the opportunity as service members to visit the White House. They had White House special tours, and so you kind of were able to go behind the scenes. And they really don't offer those tours anymore. So you had to have a background check before you went into the thing. And that was interesting in itself. And I might talk about that one day. So like I said, this is just their little gift shop. I'm not impressed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way.
Let's see. Yeah, it didn't work.
So this is supposedly what a replica of a White House place setting would be like.
I bet that was really cool. That was like a surprise, right?
Yeah, it was carried me out. She, you know.
And then this is George and Laura Bush, the unofficial White House
And then she kept on walking in.
stationery.
Okay, I better go ahead of her, right? And then, you know,
So-
like back in the military, we're like, you know. So I go all the way up ahead of her, and I'm like.
Barack Obama.
White, beautiful woman.
I enjoyed my time in DC because there was always so much to do. So this case has just got all different types of presidential memorabilia. And then so as we go in here, it says here this exhibit recreates the 8-year construction of the White House. So that was Dolly Madison and James Madison. And so this exhibit was prominently showcased in the East Room of the White House in October of 1992, which we would have lived there. But this is what it looked like from a distance. these were costumes of the day. This is what they wore. Ben Franklin. This is the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Is this the entrance part right here? Is this how you go in? Yeah. Okay.
So this just shows women who ran for the White House. Now, collecting presidential pins and things like that was a big deal back in the day. Now, in my house, we have various paintings of the White House because Sidekick liked things like that. And then this is Bush's painting of the White House. I actually have that picture. And then these are White House Christmas ornaments, and there are Christmas cards that went with it. I actually have all of the White House Christmas ornaments because when you lived in D.C. and it supports the White House Historical Association, that was a big deal. That's kind of something that you did. So this is the Reagan's era right here. So this is Gorbachev, and then this was Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands, who's still alive, but she surrendered her title to her son, so she reverted back to being a princess. And then I think the highlight of the presidency was when Princess Diana visited the White House in 1985, and these are just pictures. And then these are death masks. So the one on the left is a Lincoln death mask, and then and Lincoln is buried in Springfield. This is a recreation of Ford's Theater, where that's supposed to be where he sat and got shot at. Now, my sidekick actually went to Ford's Theater and was able, they had a tour where you could actually go see where Lincoln was shot, etc., etc. So White House pets. And then this is an exhibit of John Tyler. And so this is just a small thing that talks about it's Eisenhower, and that's Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, and then this is the American president. So this is a screenplay by Aaron Sorkin that they got a copy of and he signed. And it has Michael Douglas and Annette Bening in it. The Berlin Wall. I was there.
Yeah. I'm not.
And then
It's amazing.
Don't feel bad. Most people don't get it.
Yeah.
This is the past, you know. They
Yeah.
want-
I'm not thinking present.
so hey,
2 days. I have a sleeping bag in my office.
This is the inside story of what really happens at the White House while the rest of the country is watching the parade.
Our transition period was going to be the shortest ever. We were way behind already.
A race against time for the White House staff. The greatest logistical triumph our nation can muster, short of war.
One of the offices looked like a bomb had gone off.
Yeah, I understand there was some yelling involved.
And I actually said, don't
And so this is the replica of the White House. And so they have the National History Museum in D.C. They have a First Ladies exhibit. I wrote a paper on that for school, but this is what replicas of what they wore in the White House china. And this here talks about the first Oval Office. They don't clean in here. This is President Polk's family White House china. And then this is Zachary Taylor, the White House china that they used. Millard Fillmore. Franklin Pierce. That's the White House china that they used. James Buchanan.
Came up with the idea of First Lady as a
Lincoln.
ceremonial and social partner to the president. And so Martha actually pioneered that role, where together they hosted public events.
Andrew Johnson.
And that set a precedent that allowed more politically active First Ladies to take a very positive role in politics.
Most first
And this is
ladies
Grant.
show power behind the scenes until Eleanor Roosevelt.
John F. Kennedy.
Eleanor Roosevelt is the gold first lady. She really transformed it. She was really the moral center she saw.
And then this is all First Lady's inaugural gowns. These are Franklin Mint dolls. These are just plates. It's the Presidential China Collection. If you really want to see all of this in detail, then I highly recommend you could go to the White House Historical Association. They've got a store there you could go to, or you can go to the National History Museum on the Mall. The Smithsonian is what I'm trying to say.
We're talking about 20th century. He's the benefit of 20th century. I used to like him. I think I even voted for him on his in my
I actually been to the Oval Office. So, I want to say on that side they have a fireplace. And on one side they have a Republican picture. One, I think one's FDR, the other one is Teddy Roosevelt. And so whoever is in office, if it's a Republican or a Democrat, then that picture will go above that fireplace. Little known history fact. When I first went to the White House and was able to go to the Oval Office, I didn't go all the way inside. I was too afraid. But it was interesting. Oh, look at that TV. Nixon.
I'm a military guy, he's a military guy. And the story about that, what he went through, with PT-109, literally trying to help save his crew.
That's another one that I'm not entirely sure.
Right, and I wouldn't doubt they probably spewed that story too.
Right. And that would have been a good cover story for him being addicted to painkillers. Make him a hero. So now the painkillers, the drug addiction doesn't matter.
I didn't know that. Okay. I had no clue about that.
Well, it's just things that you think about. So you start really digging into.
And we're all human.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not judging him. There's a reason why he treated like that. The same with Bill.
At his desk until the last possible moment. The Iran hostage crisis.
I do think that a lot of the things JFK did, there was the bodies from them. Very controlled.
Yeah, he was May 1
So that's back out to the gift house there, but so this is on the other side. This is just shows replica. That's the Tom Thumb carriage, and this is Tom Thumb's wedding. So that's his carriage or replica of. And then this is what the East Wing of the White House looked like.
Okay. I didn't know, we just went to the entrance of the mansion, and we noticed that.
That's considered the first family theater, the garden room.
There's something out there, maybe it's over here or something. And then when we went in there,
Lincoln's bedroom and sitting room is right there. And then this is considered the East room in the middle. And then at the bottom is the Vermeil room.
we went in there, and we got halfway, and I said, we better stop. And we got out, and we walked another half.
So the treaty, that's considered the treaty room. And then that's the green room. I've been there. I've been to the China room, where, they show you all the displays of the presidential China. Nancy Reagan had the most expensive china, by the way. Just the blue room in the middle. We've been there. The middle is the red room, which was always my favorite, and then the map room. Now, the tours that I take, I mentioned that I've taken the special ones. So we've done those. We've done the White House, normally the day tours when they had those back in the day. I went on when the White House did the Christmas tours, when you seen all of the Christmas trees. I seen that. And then once a year, so my husband, my sidekick, he worked for OSD, Office of Secretary of Defense. So once a year, OSD invites their families for like a luncheon and a day at the White House. So they closed, so there's no tours that day. And so everybody had already been vetted. And so they toured the White House, which was really cool. And that was nice. We got to see some cool exhibits, and we had a lunch on the grounds, and it was hot. I think this was right before, so that would have been 93. No, it would have been, let's see, 2011, which was the last time we did a White House tour. Because that was right before we came and we're going to go to Texas. And his OSD tour, he always said that that was the best tour because they just really took care of you. Not this nonsense that they do today. Those are just campaign pins. But, so this is the exhibit as a whole. I recommend for those that like to do the White House, there's probably virtual tours you could go take a look at. I recommend you Google White House Historical Association. There's probably people that, well, you can't, they don't allow you to do any filming in the White House. We could take pictures, but then you were watched like a hawk. And they had cameras all over the place, so. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time touring the President's Hall of Fame. We'll walk you outside and paintings. So we took a look at the gift shop, and so they have some interesting stuff there. So, and then this just.
That campaign poster is original up there by William McKinley, 1896.
Oh, wow. All right, folks, let's go outside. All right. So I hope you enjoyed your tour at the President's Hall of Fame here in Clermont. It's on US Highway 27. I wanted to talk a little bit about the prices. So I asked if there was a military discount, and I was told, again, you still had to pay for the tour, but if you wanted to come back, it was free. I thought that was a ripoff. It's $15.50 per person. There is no senior, no student discount. There might be one for little kids, but that's what you pay. And for just touring a couple of rooms, it's not worth it. If you are a White House buff and you got the money to spend, fine. But this is something that I, in all honesty, can't say that it's worth the price you pay. It's dusty in there. Things aren't clean. It could be a little bit better. Like I said, I just think that it ain't worth coming out here. But you were able to see firsthand what this looked like, and I want to thank you for joining me today. If you get the opportunity, like, subscribe, click on that notification bell that lets you know when a new video will be uploaded. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell the next door neighbor all about this channel. Word of mouth is how my channel grows, and I appreciate each and every one of you that has taken the time today to stop by. I hope you had a good day. Continue to enjoy your weekend. And yeah. This is Florida Golden Girl saying thanks for watching, folks. And so long for now.